Okay, so excuse the sizzle people, I hope you can hear that in this wok, because I don't have a paella pan, I am stirring some chorizo with olive oil, garlic, onions, peppers and some chopped green beans. Just a note to say that the whole point of these little cooking videos is to show you my kind of easy one-pot wonders. I'm sure there are paella aficionados out there who are horrified at the way I'm doing this. This is not... When I cook like this midweek for just the two of us, I kind of make it up a bit and I'm not trying to do anything textbook. It's all about quickness. So for example, if I was doing this super properly, I'd have a paella pan and I'd have stock in a pan. Look at my dirty stove, sorry. I would have a pot of hot stock on a low simmer that I'd be ladling in. But because this is about being quick, I'm not doing that. So I put the chorizo in first because then, and cooked it really slowly and it releases a lovely red piquant oil. And then I put the other veggies and things in, and they've been cooking for about 6 minutes now. So I can add my, look at the mess. I can add my spices. So I have got smoked paprika, chili flakes and a little bit of saffron. Put that in there. I didn't want them to burn, so I wait until the vegetables are partly done. Then I'm going to add my prawns. These are raw organic king prawns. And please check when you're buying fish that it's sustainably caught. And, you know, resourced in an ethical way, because there's a lot of very unethical fishing practices that do go on. So just cook those in there a little bit. Here we've got our bomba rice, spelled that way, B-O-M-B-A. That's the paella rice you want. Arborio rice is not quite the same, the risotto rice. I've got 200 grams, which is quite a lot for 2 people, but I quite fancy there being a little bit of leftovers for tomorrow. You just want to, a bit like with risotto, you want to make sure that all the grains of rice are covered. I was going to use chicken, but Martha doesn't want this. She's had macaroni cheese, so I decided to save the chicken that I bought to make something else. Then I've boiled the kettle. I'm going to put approximately about 500 ml, so about a pint of liquid into here. I can always top it up. I'm going to give it one stir. And then the trick with paella is you don't stir it because you want like a crust to form on the bottom. These are my very low salt stock cubes. The only reason I'm doing low salt is because I've been trying to cook for the family so that Cece can eat the things that we have. So I'm not gonna do that now with one hand. I'm gonna put that in, and I'm gonna cook this for about 12 to 15 minutes and see if all the liquid's gone. So while that's cooking away, it's probably a bit high on that ring, but I picked these up there. I don't know if you remember me telling you yesterday that I needed some of the, let me get another bowl. Where's the, okay, it's in the sink. Okay, so we've got this type with the thing, but if you put that in the dishwasher, that fills with water, and they're quite small. So I wanted some of these style, like cereal style bowls. And I got the red writing because it says pears and chocolate sauce. I thought that was cool. They had black writing. They don't make this bowl with that pattern. They do it with black. They do it like this. They do it with the polka dots, but I just thought polka dots didn't really go. What do you think? I think the red goes okay because the roses have got the dark red in them. It's the closest I could get. Anyway, I just bought 2 of those because this stuff is so expensive. These were like £20 each. Yikes. So there you go. That's see, when I go up to John Lewis, I just buy like 1 or 2 things. It's not too painful that way. These are the plates waiting on the paella. I'll check back in a minute. Okay, so I think I'm nearly done. It is tempting to stir it, but you mustn't. I do have to say I think I possibly have cooked these prawns for too long. Now what I do, just if I'm worried about, you want this kind of crust to form on the bottom. It is nice, but you don't want it to burn. I can't remember the special name for that crust. So I just sort of agitate it to check that it does come loose. I need to get a fork and just, I'm not used to filming with one hand and doing things. It's really tricky. I really admire people that vlog properly. So I'm just going to get a little bit of rice like that. It's still quite waxy. It could do with a couple minutes more. So what I'm going to do, which I shouldn't really do, is I'm just going to add a tiny bit more liquid just so it doesn't catch too much. Turn the heat down, give it a zhuzh, and just give it like 2 more minutes. And here we go. So we've got the full works. Martha doesn't eat, she does want some after all, even though she ate earlier. She's got no prawns, and then I've put a little bit in here for the baby. There is a little bit of chorizo in this, but I didn't use any salt, and I used low salt stock. So tomorrow I will heat this up for her by putting a little bit more liquid with it, like some vegetable stock, or sometimes I put vegetable soup and then chop that all up a bit smaller, but she will enjoy that for lunch. And there you have it. Just to say, you can make like a smoked paprika mayo, like an aioli to go with it, which is nice, but I can't be bothered. So I'm going to use some of this on mine. You could use the red one, I just think it goes. And then here's the green one, but I've got hardly any left. That's my favourite Tabasco. I also like this with it, which is the really hot West Indian one. And I'm going to have one of these. This is a Portuguese beer. It just really goes. So there you have it, guys, and I will see you next time. Good night.